The Auditor General's office has held a sensitization meeting with members of Parliament on the highlights of the Auditor General's report for the audit year ended December 2024.
The 11 billion for the partial implementation, you are simply sending a committee to audit that figure. So
and we are also treating this exercise as a risk gathering exercise. Indeed, there are certain sectors we may not have looked at critically, and we are going to consider during our SORA processes.
The Acting Assistant Auditor General, James Bantu, said one of the thematic areas is the special audit on the pension and gratuity payroll, where the Auditor General realized that government will require an additional 42.894 billion shillings to cater for all pensions and gratuity areas in financial year 2024-2025.
It's showing that whereas in that year there was a revised budget of 931 billion, okay, when we computed in terms of who are the people supposed to be on that pension payroll, we realized that that budget is actually supposed to be amounting to 974 billion.
On the implementation of the Parish Development Model Program, the report indicates that 342 beneficiaries in 235 PDM SACCOS in 50 local governments had implemented ineligible projects in the year under audit.
170 beneficiaries in 124 PDM SACCOS existing in 37 local governments had non-existing projects. And of course, Honorable Chair and members, there are some of these where the Auditor General has already been requested to undertake forensic investigations to follow through on these non-existing projects.
Some members of Parliament on the accountability committees asked Auditor General how it audits a program that does not have a policy, while others say the program is not clear and that people are not well sensitized on how to use the money to transform their lives.
So the projects inspected were in existence and were implemented. Now, the issue is, which projects are these and where are they?
They implemented the punishment model without a policy. So you are gauging them against what? So you went for cash, you did not go for why the cash was given.
Do you evaluate this program, which has no formal structures? It has no, where do you begin? You talk to a peasant who has no accounting officer.
From my mountain, they will tell you, this is people's drinking money, PDM, people's drinking money. And those who have benefited have now become the daily drinking officers.
The Auditor General also observed that under progress on implementation of RAPEX, some of the rationalized entities had board members with running contracts far beyond the transition period. However, no clear arrangements exist on how the boards will be dissolved.
While interfacing, we discovered that we think this agency should have had a qualified opinion. How do you rule out corruption in your office?
As you also commented on the budget cuts in your area, where close to 32 billion was cut, equally the same was in the sector of justice, law and order.
We have to see how this Auditor General gets the funds, because meaning most of the entities are not being audited. They are there enjoying government, the taxpayers' money. So
some members of Parliament wanted the Auditor General to clarify its mandate, asking why it goes ahead to investigate private entities.
We ended up with, because I showed them really, you are coming to audit an independent, a private entity. What's your interest? The owners, a cooperative has its owners.
Now, the same law you were referring to, I think, gives the Auditor General mandate to follow money wherever it has gone, even if it is a private agency. So here we were following up monies that came from the Cooperatives Ministry, having been paid to this cooperative institution.
The Office of the Auditor General, in its 2023-24 report, submitted over 3,000 reports and now wants MPs to generate interest and dig deeper into these reports. I'm Nafka Farida and Gloria Ogwetawinji at Parliament.